You know you want to. It's time for inner thighs with your WundaCore. Let's take that WundaCore the narrow way between our knees and our hips, and our toes are pointed all forward in the same direction, parallel. Hands on hips, we're going to exhale as we lower down, and I have very good / very bad news. We are going to hold this squat down. From here, find equal weight across the soles of your feet. And what we're going to do is activate the inner line and the outer line of the body using the WundaCore for feedback. We're going to send energy from the outer thighs in like two magnets or bookends, and then we're going to inhale. Just find a tiny bit of breath in between the fabric of your pants and the WundaCore. Exhaling, drawing it in. Inhale as we send it out. You should feel a lot of shaking inside to out and a lot of deep activation of the low belly because the inner thighs are finding that energy pass. Can you lower down a little bit further into that squat to finish this sequence? Drawing in and out. It might be invisible, but I know you feel it inside your skin. Here we go. Let's go for one more out. And last time in. Inhale, rise all the way up. All right, great. Let's take that WundaCore into our hands, and we're going to have a fifth position with our feet. So that means my left heel is touching up to the arch of my right foot. Both legs are in turnout, and the arms are wide, elbows bent a lot. Starting completely upright, we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale as you soften both knees. Your torso does not tip. Feet stay flat. Inhale as you rise up. Give inbound intention on the WundaCore. It's going to activate the midline of the body and the inner thighs in a major way. Keep that intention inbound. Exhale down. Inhale, rising up, kneecaps absorb, up alongside the spine and out the tops of your shoulders. Every time we exhale, we spiral those inner thighs forward. Inhale as we rise up. You might notice that as you work through this, you'll find a deeper knee bend as your joints start to open up and find increased mobility, flexibility, and power as we work. So find that inbound intention, find that strong middle back, and that's also then going to light up the line from the inner thighs like suspenders up your spine and out the crown of the head. Exhale as we lower. Just a few more here. Inhale as we rise. Keeping the collarbones nice and wide. That WundaCore is in front of your chest, not in front of your face, so make sure you have it down in the proper position. Let's hold this next one down. Our knees are going to be bent a lot. We're going to take the WundaCore the narrow way again and slide it between the upper inner thighs. So you might need to adjust your legs in or out a little bit to find the best position for you. You should feel like you're holding it but not squeezing it into place. All right, from here, we're going to do a little pattern together. We're going to go up, down, out, in. Very tiny. Up, down, out, and in. So the intention is the inner thighs working with the core to raise and lower you. And then we have the outer thighs and the inner thighs connecting to the deep abdominals to do that movement in and out. So it's similar to how we started in that squat, but now we're in an external rotation. And we're moving from the base of our core. The pelvic floor is broadening on the way down. Opening the femurs, drawing them back in, up and down. If you're looking for additional challenge, you can try this with your heels barely off the mat. So we're going out and in, down and up. It's really wobbly up there if you've chosen that option. You're almost going to drop that WundaCore, but try not to. Keep it where it is. Feet are flat, or we have our heels elevated. Last one, down, up, out, and in. Go ahead and take that WundaCore out, and we're going to go into a knee pull with our left leg. So take the WundaCore the long way. We're going to use it for balance with a flat back. Arms are long. Bend your knees a lot. This is a sincere balance challenge. So really transfer your weight into your right hip. You're going to hover your left foot off of the mat with intention. Knee bends a lot. Your foot is now up and off the mat. Glue your eyes to something ahead of you. And then you're going to inhale, reach that left leg long. Exhale, draw it in using the inner thigh and the abdominals to drag it towards the WundaCore. Inhale as you send it long. Exhale as we draw it in. Think about the inner thighs tucking to your psoas, your deep abdominals to draw it in, and your hamstrings deliver that leg long. Exhale as we draw it in. Inhale, send it out. Crown of head reaching away from tailbone. Finding power through that right hip rather than sinking into it. Find the inner and outer thigh working on the right leg. If you wobble a little bit, no big deal. I am right there with you. This is tough stuff. Exhale as we drag it in. Inhale, send it out. Last one. Exhale, drag it in, and bring your foot down onto the mat. All right, let's go into our twisted plank. So we're gonna come down onto our knees, and you're gonna place that WundaCore between the inner thighs again. From here, feet are parallel, knees are parallel, and hands are flat on the mat. So we're in a twisted kneeling plank to start with. You can glance at your feet, make sure they are in alignment. And then from here, we are going to exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, arms go long. So straight away, you'll feel that waistline, inner thigh connection. Elbows melt back towards your hips. Inhale as we rise up. Hands are wide like starfish, and the spine is long. Inhale as we rise, collarbones are wide. You can glance back at your foot. Mine's kind of getting all over the place. So see if you can keep your knees and your feet aligned. We're gonna hold this next one with the arms long. This is a good challenge for you. Stay here. We're gonna layer on, adding an intention inbound on the WundaCore, and then slowly unwind. Add intention inbound, slowly unwind. If you're looking for even more, you can float onto your right arm only, left arm floats up, and then we're gonna do that intention inbound on the WundaCore. So you have choices. You can keep two hands down, you can be on your forearm like Jessica's showing us, takes pressure out of the shoulder and the neck. You can turn your gaze down towards the mat. We're finding that intention inbound, lifting away from the mat. Last 4, 3. We're going onto our side in 2. And last one, bring your hips all the way down onto the mat. We're gonna take our feet inside of the WundaCore, and we're gonna go into some clamming with the WundaCore around our ankles. So get it into position, lay all the way down on your right side, and your left hand is gonna be used to balance you. Lengthen your legs all the way out. And then on the exhale, keeping the bottom leg hovered, we're gonna draw the WundaCore towards you. Knees bend a lot, upper inner thighs spiral outbound. And then we're gonna inhale as we send it long. So the heels are not going to touch, that's okay. But it's just giving you that general idea of a clamming position. As we keep the heels in line with the hips, the knees bend forward on the exhale. And on the inhale, we go nice and long. Keeping the hips stacked, keeping the bottom ribs off the mat as we reach the top hip away from our shoulders. Exhale as we bend. Inhale as we extend, keeping your bottom leg hovered. That's part of the trick. Everyone breathing, keeping the pelvis as quiet as you can. It really wants to wobble side to side. We're gonna hold this next one with our legs long. Hold and breathe, legs are parallel again, and then we're gonna lengthen and reach. Lengthen and reach. So we're going to think about the outer left thigh working with the right inner thigh and with the waistline and low abdominals to extend the legs out. So it's a reach out rather than a reach up. For 4, this is 3. We have 2. We're going to go onto our backs. Lengthen and reach and bring it all the way down. All right, we're going to take the WundaCore into our hands again and lay on your back. This time, we are going to take the hands over our chest, elbows bent a lot. Hold that inbound intention to light up the midline of the body, including the inner thighs. We're gonna float the legs up and off the mat in first position to about a 45-degree angle. Bend your knees if that's aggressive on your low back. And then we're simply going to do scissor kicks, crossing the upper inner thighs. Reaching across. I'm going to show you from a different angle so you can see what's happening with the upper inner thighs. It is not about the feet. So we are thinking about crossing from the top of the legs rather than just from the toes. Head can be off the mat if you're looking for more challenge through the abdominals. Otherwise, your head can be down for 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring the knees all the way in. We're gonna come onto our hands, or you can lower down onto your forearms for your teaser. Float the legs up into a tabletop position, and then we're gonna do rainbow arcs side to side. So what this is going to activate is the inner thigh working with the opposite waistline, and that is helping to hold our WundaCore in place, keeping us organized and finding that core to inner thigh connection. So it's a rock side to side. The pelvis can tip up a little bit, but we're not gonna overdo it. We're not aiming for the floor. It's really just this arc side to side, keeping things organized, keeping the feet as wide apart as the knees are with the WundaCore. Let's go for 2 more on either side. So here we go. This is 2 to the right, lifting away from your hands and your shoulders, 2 to the left. Last one to the right. Last one to the left. We're gonna go into a bridge and bring it down through center. Okay, we've got a fun place to put this WundaCore. Let's get excited. Lay all the way down on your back. WundaCore is flat on the mat under your seat, and walk your knees and feet together. The WundaCore is between your hands. Arms are super long, so we're intentioning inbound to find the back line of the body and broaden your collarbones. All right, holding in that position, holding in your bridge, float our right leg up at a diagonal, and then we're gonna move side to side. Just a small range of movement, a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. If that's aggressive in your body, you can see what Jessica's doing, keeping both of her feet down, and she's still moving with the same intention. The right thigh is drawing out and drawing back in, drawing out and drawing back in. So it's the same movement, but with a broader base and the support of both of her legs. Let's go ahead and bring it down through the center. Take a quick pause, let your hips touch down, recommit to that lift. Then we're going to float the left leg up into the diagonal, and we're gonna go in and out. Notice that the range of movement is quite small. So we're not sweeping the leg all the way down towards the floor. We're keeping it within the range of movement within our hip. So we're just going to the outer hip, into the center of the hip. Beautiful. Think about that right glute really helping to suspend you, activating in on the WundaCore to help find the midline of the back of the body. Beautiful. Last 2, you've got this. Beautiful. We're gonna go into side lying on the other side. Last one. And bring your hips all the way back down to your mat. All right, take that ring out from under your body, and we're gonna lay on our left side with the WundaCore around our ankles. So lay down on your left side, left arm goes down, legs go long, and we're gonna have our right hand for balance support. Here we go. Exhale, inner thighs spiral forward. The bottom leg is hovered the whole time. Inhale as we extend. Exhale, inner thighs spiral forward, trying not to let the bottom ribs touch down onto the mat. They might be in contact with the mat, but we don't want them resting. You can think about that top hip reaching towards the WundaCore, lengthening away from your shoulders as you work. Inhale to extend. Exhale, inner thighs spiral forward. Finding the pelvis nice and quiet, hips stay stacked. Outbound intention on that WundaCore is going to activate inner thighs and outer thighs as we work. Let's hold this next one outbound. Legs are long, front side of the ankles are open, reaching without dropping the ribs, or the WundaCore for that matter. Lengthen and reach, thinking about the right outer thigh, working with the left inner thigh to float the legs long, reaching for length and not for height. Last 3. Left inner thigh working with the right for 2. And last, set that WundaCore down. All right, let's go into our twisted kneeling plank, other side. So we're gonna take the WundaCore between our thighs. Hands come onto the mat, shoulder width distance, and then we come into that twisted kneeling position like so. All right, on the exhale, elbows drip down. On the inhale, arms elongate. So you can just kind of glance back every so often and check that your knees and your feet are in alignment. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, small bend to the elbows, keeping the collarbones wide. Inhale as we lengthen and reach, thinking about that right hip reaching with the right knee away from the shoulder. We have one more. Hold, arms go long, collarbones go wide, and then we are going to take a narrowing in on the ring and narrowing in on the ring, and we're resisting it going back out. We're not just popping back out. If you're looking for more, the option is to float the right arm up and out. You can also be on your left forearm if that's a better challenge in your body. If you feel tension in the neck, simply turn your gaze down at a diagonal. Here's 4, lifting away from your left wrist. This is 2. And bring it in. Take the WundaCore out from the legs, and we're gonna go into the knee pulls on the other side. We have the WundaCore the long way on the mat. Arms are long, knees bend a lot. We're gonna reach that right leg back behind us. This is an inhale. Whoa, it's so wobbly. Exhale, draw your knee in a lot. Inhale as you extend. So we are fighting for this pose as well. I know it is really shaky at home. Inhale as you extend. As you're working, I want you to think about that right inner thigh working with your right waistline to draw the leg forward. And then think about the waistline passing that effort back to the hamstrings as you extend the leg back. If you're finding trouble with your balance, glue your eyes ahead of you at a diagonal. Find something on the floor that you can lock your eyes onto, and that's gonna help you finish strong. You have one more, stay with it. It's an inhale to reach back and an exhale to draw it in, and both feet come down to the mat and rise up. Nice work, you guys. Let's take care of that 5th position, plie other side. So that means the right heel is going to touch up to the left arch. The ring goes inside of our hands. Elbows are wide again at chest height. We're gonna exhale as we lower down, bending both knees, torso stays upright. Inhale, intention inbound on that WundaCore. You're really gonna light up the core and the inner thigh connection. Exhale as we lower down. Inhale, inner thigh zip up. Exhale as we spiral the inner thighs forward, keeping equal weight across the soles of the feet. Find that exhale breath, drawing everything close together, close to the spine. Inhale for length. Let's go ahead and hold this next one down. Pause, taking that WundaCore between the inner thighs one more time. We're gonna take our hands onto hips, and it's the pattern here. So we're gonna go out, in, down, up. Here we go. Outbound, inbound, down, and up. It's a small range of movement, finding that sequence in your body. It might be invisible, it might be so small that it is invisible, but the idea is to connect those inner thighs into the deep abdominals. You're gonna feel that pulling across the body in a little diamond or triangle inside of your own skin. So it's down, up, out, and in. You can always float the heels off the mat for even more challenge for the last few. Lowering down, little raise up. We keep the knees bent the whole time. We have a Pilates push-up in 2. And last one, go ahead and slide that WundaCore out from between the legs. Step to the long end of your mat. We're gonna step inside the WundaCore one more time. It goes above the ankles, feet are parallel, shining straight forward. And we're gonna take 4 steps out into our best plank. So let's do it with a roll down. Arms come up and overhead. Nod the chin, round the spine, lifting from under the ribs, lowering towards the mat. Bend your knees as needed. Right hand 1, left hand 2, right hand 3, left hand 4. Hold your best plank. So remember when we started this workout and we had that WundaCore between our thighs, now we're gonna pass that energy in and out, but we're gonna do it with the WundaCore at our ankles. So now you know what that feels like. See if you can find that when the WundaCore is further away from the inner thighs. Can you find the effort inner to outer? Send that focus like an infinity sign or like a figure 8 through the body, internally to externally. Feel that energy pass through the body. It's gonna be an invisible shift inside your own skin for 4. We're gonna reverse that little walk out in 2. Pause. We're gonna rise the hips up a little bit. We're gonna take the right hand back, 1, left hand back, 2, right hand back, 3, left hand back, 4. Slowly roll all the way back up. Arms come up and overhead. Hands to hips. Last thing before we stretch, lowering down into that squat. So we're holding that WundaCore again. You can adjust it if needed. Mine got a little wobbly. Find that adjustment, hold. And again, we're gonna pass that energy internal to external. I'm gonna bring my hands into prayer. Try that. See if you can find that inbound intention inside of your own skin and pass that energy like a figure 8 through the body. So you should feel the inner thighs spiraling out, drawing back in. You can see I'm shaking right along with you. Palms are actively imprinting. Middle back is strong. For 4, we lay down and stretch next. That's gotta be very good news. For 3, 2, and with intention, gather and rise all the way up. All right, guys, let's lay all the way down on our backs. We're gonna take the WundaCore into our left hand in an underhand grip and our left foot. Right arm is long, right leg is long. Open with the left knee bent a lot out to the side. So the left knee is bent a lot out to the side. Left elbow is bent a lot. Stretch through the hips. Stretch through the base of your core. Just find nice openness in your body. You can play around with where your foot is in space. Maybe you send it out, maybe you send it in a little bit. Good. Then we're going to lengthen that leg, bring it forward above our body. Turn the WundaCore the wide way. Both feet go into the WundaCore. Keep your knees bent a lot to start with. Head is down, arms are long, and draw your knees close to your chest. Really stretch deeply through the hips, and then you can send the legs back out. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Inhale, open, but we're not going into straight legs here, just straight arms. Exhale, bend. All right, on this next one, let's straighten the legs. Your head is going to pick up off the mat as your arms reach long, stretch through the back side of the body. Nice deep breath here. Bend the knees, head goes back down. Keep the loop on your right foot, left leg goes long. Half of a happy baby on the other side. So now we have our foot stamping up towards the sky. Right elbow is bent, right knee is bent a lot. Open to the side. Instead of holding and bracing, think about finding a little bit of breath to find a deep stretch without gripping. And bring that leg in, take your foot out of the loop, and come on up. That will do it. I hope you think of me tomorrow when you feel those inner thighs.